Hello there and welcome to CoreTV News on the Hour with me, Sabena Izuku. The presidency has dismissed claim of last-minute dubious activities and appointments. It, however, says the President, Goodluck Jonathan, will not stop working until the May 29th handover date. The All Progressive Congress had alleged that the outgoing administration was making what it describes as questionable transactions at the tail end of its tenure. But presidential spokesman Ruben Abati says there is no truth in the claims.
The suggestion by Alhaji Mohammed that the Jonathan administration is trying to tie the hands of the incoming government merely by continuing to discharge its constitutional responsibilities until the end of its tenure. The Jonathan administration, which continues to do its best to ensure a smooth and peaceful handover of power to the President-elect, General Muhammadu Buhari, deeply regrets the unfairness and combative frame of mind reflected in Alhaji Mohammed's statement. President Jonathan has done his best in the last 5 years to discharge his constitutional responsibilities for good governance and effective leadership of the nation, without any prejudice whatsoever to the freedom of the incoming administration to do as it pleases within the confines of extant laws when it assumes office. The Jonathan administration will continue to discharge its responsibility to govern until May 29, 2015.
President Goodluck Jonathan has meanwhile ordered the release of the full report of the forensic audit of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. This comes within hours of a pledge by President-elect Muhammadu Buhari that he will take a closer look at the allegations of the missing $20 billion from the NNPC account. Presidential spokesman Ruben Abati, who disclosed this in Abuja, insists that the Jonathan administration has nothing to hide on the matter. And away from that, Nigeria has ordered recalling its envoys in South Africa over the xenophobic attack in that country. Special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ruben Abati, disclosed this on Monday at a news conference in Abuja. He maintained that the country only summoned its charge this affair for the routine briefing.
Nigeria has not recalled its envoys in South Africa. What has been done is to invite the charge d'affaires. What we have there, in fact, we don't have a high commissioner on the ground. What we have, an ambassador on the ground. What we have is a charge d'affaires and a consul general, and then the rest of the team. The charge d'affaires has been invited just for routine consultations by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The recall of an ambassador is a very serious and sensitive matter, and that has not happened. So I think I should clear the air that there is a mix-up somewhere, there is some misinformation somewhere. Nigeria has not recalled its envoys to South Africa.
President Goodluck Jonathan has appointed Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State, as chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. Ruben Abati, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, who made the announcement, said the appointment is with immediate effect. The president also relieved Olufemi Thomas as Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Scheme, with immediate effect. In its place, Jonathan appointed Olufemi Akingbade in acting capacity. Akingbade hails from Ekiti State and holds a bachelor's degree in computer science, as well as master's in business administration. Until his new appointment, he was the general manager, information and communication technology. At the NHIS, Jonathan also approved the confirmation of Munir Guazzo as Director General of the Security and Exchange Commission. Guazzo, who has been acting as Director General of SEC, was appointed to the Board of Commission as Executive Commissioner in January 2013. He replaces Aruma Ote, whose tenure as Director General will be remembered for her long drawn-out battle with members of the Federal House of Representatives after accusing the House Committee of demanding bribe from her commission. Ondo State House of Assembly has impeached Ali Olanusi, the Deputy Governor. 24 out of 26 lawmakers endorsed the impeachment motion moved by Henry Akinsonu. the majority leader, and seconded by Oyinbo Aledetono, deputy majority leader. The House had earlier directed Olanshinde Kumuyi, Chief Judge of the state, to set up a probe panel to investigate 7 impeachable offences leveled against Olanusi. Kumuyi compiled with the directive by setting up a 7-man panel on Friday, chaired by Olatunji Adeniyo. The panel submitted its report to the House earlier today. Jumoke Akindele, Speaker of the Assembly, adopted a motion declaring that Olanusi had been impeached and removed from office. She directed him to hand over the properties of government within his possession to the permanent secretary in his office. Olanusi fell out with Mimiko after defecting to the All Progressive Congress from the People's Democratic Party 2 days ago. Before the 2015 presidential election, which was won by candidate of his new party, Muhammadu Buhari, he had told the supporters that the lack of equity in the PDP necessitated his decision to dump the party. Olanusi was the running mate of Mimiko on the platform of the Labour Party in 2007 and became deputy governor in 2009 after the Court of Appeal declared Mimiko winner of the 2007 governorship election in the state. He has been deputy since 2009 after the pair won the elections in 2014. They both defected to the PDP in October 2014 from the Labour Party. Although Olanusi did not fail the defection, Olanusi comes next in line to Sunday Onyebuchi, the immediate past deputy governor of Enugu State, who was impeached August 26, 2014, after falling out with civilian Chime, governor of the state. Following the impeachment of Ondo State Deputy Governor Ali Olanusi by 25 out of 26 members of the State House of Assembly, the State Governor Olusegun Mimiko has nominated the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Lasisi Oluboyu, as the new Deputy Governor. Oluboyu, the Commissioner for Agriculture, who is to replace Olanusi, was impeached by the Ondo State House of Assembly earlier on Monday. You're watching CoreTV News on the Hour. We'll take a short break, and when we return, the news continues. To stay with us.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife, Emoten of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical. Women being so powerful, yet have few grounds in decision making.
They see you as a wife, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on CoreTV News.
Welcome back to the news. For more information, you can reach us on our social media platform, and that's on facebook.com/CoreTV News. And on our Twitter handle, @CoreTV News NG. For news update on other program, you can stream us live on youtube.com/CoreTV Live Space and the news. The impeachment moves against Ayodele Fayose, the Ekiti State Governor, but showing no signs of abating yet. The latest vow by his reducers to remove him from office is coming from a former senator and the PDP stalwart, Ayo, and Arise, who recently decamped to the APC. But in a quick response, the senator-elect for Ekiti North Duro Fayose insists that Fayose will complete his tenure. Rashid, has more.
Though they seem to be silent for now, the 19 APC lawmakers behind the impeachment process of Ayodele Fayose in Ekiti State have others in the APC camp fighting their cause. Both parties remain on guard, strategizing against each other, while the whole state awaits the constitution of an investigative panel by the state chief judge, as directed by the lawmakers. In Ekiti North Senatorial District, the pro- and anti-impeachment forces are engaged in a war of words. For Ayo Arishe, a one-time PDP senator who recently decamped to the APC, Fayose is a political accident to Ekiti and must be cleared through impeachment.
He's a completely changed person. But as soon as he came into power, we saw his true character came back just within weeks. He doesn't want anybody that has an opinion. other than his. So it's a combination of all that. And the way he has been behaving since he became governor, I don't think that is the kind of governor we are looking for in this state. He did it before, we removed him, now we are going to remove him again.
But for Duro Fasheyi, the senator-elect in Ekiti North who was favored ahead Ayorishe during PDP's primary, Fayoshe's mandate is sacred and will be defended.
That is not possible. The mandate with Fayoshe was given by the people of Ekiti State. It's not an individual. So whatever means anybody wants to take, it cannot work. And you can see the people rose to defend the mandate.
The whole atmosphere may be calm for the now, but it is not sure if the war is over, for the players are still in combat mode, ready to spring surprises at any moment. Rashid, CoreTV News.
A federal high court in Abuja has fixed May 26 to deliver ruling on whether it has jurisdiction to entertain a suit challenging the governorship primary of the All Progressive Congress in Sokoto State. The primary elections conducted on December 14, 2014 produced a governor-elect Aminu Tambuwal in the state, but his main rival, Senator Umaru Dahiru, insists that the process was neither free nor fair. Senator Umaru Dahiru is challenging the elect on the ground that it was marred by electoral irregularities, but Tambuwal counsel Jubin Okutekpa argues that the suit had been overtaken by events since his client had not only participated in the election but it also the Sokoto State governor-elect. Presiding Justice Evu Chukwu adjourned the matter after listening to both parties. The governor of Delta State, Emmanuel Oduoga, has given his take on why the ruling party, PDP, lost at the center and in several states in the federation because of neglect by some members of the party. According to the outgoing Delta State governor, some persons within the party believed that the governor forum was becoming too powerful, and then the then chairman of the party did not help matters. He was acting like a CEO writing queries to governors. The crisis generated by this, as well as the impunity in the party, caused the departure of some of the governors. He said that the PDP was the greater loser in the crisis that rocked the governors' forum as it led to the 2015 election loss. Added that the performance was not an issue for the party and did not lose because they failed to perform. The governor Oduoga also blamed the lack of fairness during the party's primaries as another major factor that led to their losses during the just concluded elections. He also expressed his expectation of the incoming government of Buhari, but advised that the APC-led federal government must apply a style of leadership that will unite all Nigerians irrespective of the voting partner during the 2015 polls. A non-governmental group, Support Our Troops Foundation, has donated 1,000 pieces of desert shirts and other branded camouflage items to the troops fighting insurgency in the northeast. The group handed over the donation on Monday at the Army headquarters in Abuja. Pius Samuel reports.
These are some of the numerous donations made in recent times to troops fighting insurgency in the northeast. Now, the foundation has procured branded desert shirts to help boost the morale of the army. Before presenting the items to the army authorities, Fumi Ebue says her foundation is impressed with the achievements of the military in its quest to keep the country safe from insurgents.
To record these milestone achievements that they've had in recent times in the Northeast, and also during the elections, the role that they played. I mean, everybody commended them, how professional they were, and how the elections came free and fair and peacefully. So we just want to encourage them, appreciate them, and contribute our own quota to making sure that they're well kitted.
The items were received on behalf of the army by Major General Bamidele Ologundudu, who wants Nigerians to see the war against insurgency as a collective one.
The donation that was made today is part of such support, and it may interest you to note that this same organization, as was earlier stated, had made other donations to the Nigerian Army fighting insurgency is a collective effort. Everybody must play its part.
A member of the foundation maintained that the group will continue to support the fight against terror until the troops are victorious.
I want to say it's a continuation of our effort to continue to support members of armed forces in their fight against terrorism. As I have been saying, it's a very credible platform for Nigerians to latch on to demonstrate support in practical terms for members of the armed forces.
Before now, the foundation had donated relief materials to soldiers at the war front. They have also promised to encourage more Nigerians to support troops at the front lines. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
The Bring Back Our Girls has launched a monitoring initiative to keep track of the assurance by the National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki on the rescue of the Chibok girls before the May 29th handover date. The NSA had on the first anniversary of the April 14, 2014 abduction of the schoolgirls by the Boko Haram expressed optimism that they will bring back the girls before the handover date. But speaking at a news conference in Abuja to announce the initiative, the protest movement noted that there are no indications that the military actually knew where the girls are.
One, we are extremely worried that the public is not being told the whole truth of efforts to rescue our girls. We therefore ask that as part of the recent efforts, the NSA should ensure that the military and federal government presents the Nigerian public, especially the parents of our Chibok girls, with the truth, the absolute truth, and nothing but the truth on the real situation.
And away from that, the police authorities in Kano State have confirmed that 3 people died when a pedestrian bridge collapsed in the Dorai quarters of the metropolis. Commercial tricycle operators also escaped death on Monday when a section of the bridge also gave way. The residents of the area noted that the bridge, which was under construction, collapsed on a taxi cab, which was passing underneath. The driver allegedly ignored warning from the site workers. The police spokesman, Magaji Majia, who corroborated the eyewitness's account, says the bridge was not properly placed at the time of collapse.
As I'm taking to you now, this morning, their corpses were identified by their relatives, and they were all related to their burial, related to their relatives for burial according to Islamic rites.
A federal high court in Abuja has fixed 19th of May and the 20th of May for continuation of hearing in the trial of the alleged mastermind of the 2010 independence bombing, Charles Okan. At the resumed trial of the matter, the defense counsel cross-examined prosecution witness on the wired car and bulletproof vest admitted as exhibit last week. They also demanded that the prosecution provide all necessary documents tendered against the suspect to enable them to carry out proper cross-examination. Our correspondent Basil Okafor has more in this report, which is presented from our studio.
This terrorism case against Charles Okan Obinwabweze is now receiving accelerated trial. The court at the last adjourned date admitted in evidence some exhibits the prosecution claimed linked the suspects to the Independence Day bombing. The evidence included saloon car and bulletproof vest, among other items said to have been sent by Oka to one of the suspects. An exhibit keeper at the Department of State Services, John Afolabi, told the court all he knew about the evidence when he was cross-examined by the defense counsel.
The matter was adjourned for cross-examination of number 1 witness, and he was duly cross-examined. So the matter has further been adjourned now for us to continue.
The defense counsel are new on the matter, and it is for this reason that the court ordered the prosecution to provide them all necessary documents they will rely on in arguing their case. Justice Kolawole subsequently adjourned the matter for continuation of trial.
The PW1, that is the exhibit keeper, was cross-examined by both counsel to the accused persons.
The court ordered the prosecution to avail us with all materials, all documents that they intend to rely on in their prosecution.
And just like when they appeared in court the last time, the suspect appeared happier and were beaming with smiles as they were led back to prison. They are expected back in court on May 19.
Senior lecturer at the Lagos State University, Peter Okebukola, says human capital development is the key if the nation's economy must experience a turnaround for the better. Okebukola spoke at the 44th Convocation Lecture in the University of Lagos as the institution started off its convocation ceremony for the 2013-2014 academic session. Patience Ajiboye, who was there, filed on this report.
It is the Golden Jubilee Convocation Ceremony of the University of Lagos, which prides itself as the nation's pride and university of first choice. The ceremony kicked off with a convocation lecture given by erudite varsity teacher Peter Okebukola, titled "Taking Advantage of a Depressing Nigerian Economy to Accelerate Socio-Economic Development." The guest lecturer, Peter Okebukola, who is also the first African to win UNESCO Science Prize and past Executive Secretary of National Universities Commission, says all Nigerians eagerly await the much talked about change by President-elect Muhammadu Buhari and the APC. He made analogies of the biblical wise and foolish virgins, and wise and foolish pensioners were the first category saved, while they had abundance for the rainy day, and the second category squandered all that they could, and at the end lived a miserable life.
We should not have frittered our oil revenue carelessly, resulting in a near empty lap, severely depleted treasury at the federal and state level.
Students of the institution who attended this lecture say the proposals made are feasible.
There are recommendations that can actually come into manifestation, provided, the incoming administration take them into cognizance.
The lecture also had in attendance former Information Minister Jerry Ghana, as well as Vice Chancellors and varsity teachers and students of the institution.
We'll take another break, and when we return, it will be time for Outside Nigeria. Just stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
Welcome back to the news. And outside Nigeria, Russian President Vladimir Putin, in an interview to mark 15 years in power, says he has no regrets over Moscow's 2014 annexation of Crimea, as it's overturned a historical injustice. Explaining the motivation behind Crimea's takeover, Putin says it was righting a historic wrong after Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev transferred the peninsula from Russia to Ukraine in 1954, then only a symbolic move since both were in the USSR. Russia's annexation of Crimea and subsequent charges that it is supporting pro-Moscow separatists in eastern Ukraine have plunged relations with the West to Cold War-era lows. Putin, who served as president from 2000 to 2008, then spent 4 years as prime minister before resuming the top job in 2012, accused the U.S. of directly contacting and providing logistical support to North Caucasus separatist militants. And that's it on the news on the hour. Do join us at the top of the hour for more. I am Sabina Izuki, and thank you very much indeed for watching.